Welcome everyone. This is ITM 110, Project Management Fundamentals. And we have a drum roll. The drum roll is because this is the first time that the majority of this class is ever giving a presentation in their life, let alone a PowerPoint presentation, and one that is going to be so meaningful because of the content. It's called Global Grief and Just Showing Up. And we want to thank our guest, the founder and developer and coordinator and woman extraordinaire, Yvonne Heath. Yvonne is with her business called Love Your Life to Death, and Yvonne has helped to work with me on developing this assignment for management, for project management. And I think that we're going to see a few of you stretching your comfort zones today, and also having learned a lot of new information. We are very excited to hear your presentation. I'm now going to turn it over to team number 2, and Beth is going to be managing the PowerPoint for us. And Beth, when you are confirmed as the host, would you please open your mic and confirm that? You should have host abilities now, Beth.
Okay, I think it's working.
You do? It's working now?
Yes.
And Beth will display the PowerPoint and move us through the PowerPoint. If anyone has any questions or concerns, please put them into the chat. Keep your microphones muted, and please keep your videos on. I will now mute my microphone, and your team can begin whenever you're ready. Please, Beth, just let me know what order everyone is speaking
in. Is my mic on? Yes, okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so good afternoon or evening, everyone. We are group 2, and our speaking order will start with me, Beth, and then Jasraj, Preet, Nardev, Sujinder, Mandeep, and then Manpreet to close. So our topic today is the COVID-19 pandemic effects on students and 10 tips on how to deal with them. The 3 out of the 6 project manager knowledge areas we decided to target were the project scope management. And the reason why we felt this was relevant to our presentation is because with the scope management, for a student, your scope would be on your school year. So with this, you could download and take advantage of the course outlines provided to you by your professors. You could see your course criterias, and you can then identify which areas of your program where you feel you would have difficulty as a student, and that way you can kind of get ahead of the game that way. And the second one was the project schedule management. So based on what you found while doing your scope, you would develop a realistic plan for you to stay on top of your projects and ensure you don't fall behind, set a realistic goal for yourself as a student. And then lastly, we did the project resource and communications management. So for this one, I feel like in today's society, we have so many different social media platforms that we can use to our advantage. So the best way to maintain that connection with people is to just talk and find out what works best for you and your peers and you and your professors, just to ensure that nothing gets lost in communication. And yeah, so my first my tip that I contributed to this assignment is to research local study groups. I know there are a lot of different type of students out there. I myself am a kinesthetic learner, so I learn best hands-on and face-to-face. But with COVID-19, like I kind of lost that. I lost that learning technique because all universities and colleges are all online delivery, unfortunately. But there are still ways that you can still have that one-on-one connection, whether it's going to the library with a group of friends and helping each other learn that way. So yeah, I think even if if you can't go into the colleges or universities, there are other local places that are open to having like a small group of friends, as long as you're following the safety protocols for like social distancing and wearing your masks and stuff like that. And that's all for me. So I'm gonna mute my mic.
Now I will continue this presentation, and I will discuss my 2 points in this presentation. The first one is a lack eyesight problem. As all we know, most of colleges, schools, universities are temporarily closed because of COVID-19, and many students who are studying online and they have to attend classes from different countries, as we are studying from Canada. So there is a big uh, time difference between both countries, like Canada and India. So there is a now Canada, there may be a afternoon, but here in India there is a midnight. So we have to attend classes at the midnight. So I think that is a big problem for us. So so we have to attend classes online through our devices such as laptops and mobile phones. Uh, but these devices can also can create adverse impact on our eyes, such as they can create headache and eye strain and dry eyes. So to deal with this problem, I would say students who are attending classes at the night time, they can buy anti-glare glasses that helps to block blue light and pass the normal light to our eyes. And the another solution for this is blink, blink, blink. That means we have to blink our eyes regularly. And the another solution is we should have to keep a sensible distance from our devices. The second point is that I'm going to speak is the lack of poor online learning environment system. In most of countries, colleges, schools, and universities, they do not have any proper learning environment system. And I came to know more about this point when I asked a question to the students, and they told me that they are using two applications. First is the WhatsApp, and the another one is Zoom application. And they are using Zoom app for the meeting, and they are using WhatsApp for for the study purpose. But I don't think so. It is a kind of study purpose. It is not a convenient way for the study. Uh, the perfect example and the solution for this problem, I would say, I learn that we are using at Canadore College. If we have to attempt any quizzes, test, or we can easily do that, and we can also get feedback from our teachers easily at the iLearn. So I would say it is the perfect way for the education nowadays. So every colleges and universities should implement this type of system. Thank you. Now Nardev will continue this presentation.
So I am here to explain my 2 points. So my first point is how COVID-19 appending extracurricular activities. So school, colleges and universities are closed in many countries due to COVID-19, due to which many extracurricular activities are not happening, such as cultural programs, sports competition, etc. It's definitely not the most important item, but it has a place. No matter how good a student is in class, but if he's not participated in extracurricular activities, then according to me his studies are incomplete. These activities give them a chance to develop their social and organizational skills. It also helps students to improve their qualities like leadership qualities, team management skills, and many more. Moreover, homework, exams, and future worries all make the lives of students very stressful. But these activities relieve the students from their stress for some time and they feel relaxed. But due to COVID-19, the study is going on online and students have completely gone away from these extracurricular activities, which is absolutely not good for the students and for their future. But every problem has a solution. So we just have a need to understand the problem and pay focus to it. I think teachers should give the students some small task as an assignment according to their interest along with their studies, which they can enjoy. Moreover, the school management should make some arrangement or proper schedule for the students who are interested in sports activities or other activities. They should call few students to school and provide them basic facilities and coaching. So my next point is how COVID-19 make adverse impact on students' daily lifestyle. Due to COVID-19 studies going on online and most of the students become very lazy due to online study. In schools, students do many activities along with their studies. They socially interact with other students from morning to evening. They have a proper routine like getting up in the morning, prepare yourself for the school and then go to school and pray first and then they start study. But due to online classes, there is no proper schedule of the students. They join the class on the bed in the morning and go to sleep again after class. Moreover, many of the students do the online quiz exam by cheating. So I do not think these things will be good for the students and their future. In future, when schools are open again, it will be very difficult for the students to come back to the previous routine. Due to these reasons, I feel that the daily lifestyle of the students is getting adverse. I think to solve this problem, both parents and teachers of students should make students aware that they have a lot of free time. They should utilize this time properly. Uh, Moreover, they should set a timetable or go to the playground nearby, play with other children, or do some other activities with proper precautions. So that's all from my side. Now Sukhjinder will explain their points.
Hello everyone. Here we will discuss about the effects of the COVID-19. My point is effects on the mental health and the happiness of the students. The COVID-19 has lost impression on the mental health and the happiness of the students. This year, that is 2020, became the worst year of their life. They were unable to meet their friends and they were stuck in homes for several months due to lockdown. They can't go in schools, playgrounds and parks. They felt some stress of their study and also have some negative effects of their domestic issues like conflict between parents. Their life become boring to repeat all things every day. They did not find any enjoyment in their life. So I think there are a lot of negative effects of COVID-19 on their mental health and the happiness of the students. So there are some tips for this problem. Students can go to parks and playgrounds to meet their friends by wearing masks on their faces and sanitize their hands properly. They should maintain this distance of 6 feet and they have to get some freedom from their daily boring life to get these things properly. Moreover, they have to left shaking hands and hugging their friends and have to add these habits in their daily list. So next point is that problem of electricity, network and remote areas. The online classes is mostly dependent on the electricity, network and the areas where we are living. There are some problems related to these things that the proper electricity facilities and network facilities are not available in each and every areas due to some restrictions, because the remote areas is not located in that place where we have to get all things at a proper time. So it is very difficult to do online study without electricity and without network. So there's every coin has two sides, so government should have to do some contribution in these issues, like government should provide electricity in each and every areas, which give great contribution to do online study. Moreover, there should be also set up a solar panel and give subsidies to solar panels to people to set up the solar panels in their villages and to near homes. Moreover, there should also set up of broadband and Wi-Fi facilities in the villages. So it will be very beneficial for the students to do online study. Thank you. Now Mandeep is continue this presentation.
Sorry, thank you, Sukhjinder. Now I want to bring your attention on the topic which is not talked about often, which is suicidal behavior of the students. There are two main reasons that why students commit suicide. The one reason is the students are thought that they are not because they are unable to attend online classes due to lack of access online lack of technology and due to network connections, and they thought that by missing online classes their academic performance will be affected to a great extent. The second reason that would commit suicide people, like they think they are getting infected by COVID-19, and because they are suffering from common symptoms like cough, cold and fever, and they thought they get infected and they took her own life. So I want to give some suggestion, because this is a idiotic thing that people do, because suicide is not a solution of the problem. So I want to give some tips to resolve these problems, like we should stay informed, but please don't obsessively check the news, because there are some misinformations that can feeds you into the fear. Or whenever you feel depressed, then stay away from the media and just enjoy each other's company, to laugh, to share, and de-stress your mind. And do not panic, don't take stress, and just show up. And the second point will be the students are facing due to coronavirus, because they are losing their part-time jobs, and due to which again they are, because it's a way they are paying their living expenses, and due to coronavirus they are not allowed to go side to do their part-time job. But again, every problem has a solution. So there are so many apps due to which they can earn money, like Cambly, and you must hear the name of Cambly. And there are another app which is called Mishu, and it is a house-based app, part-time job that students can do by sitting at their home. And that's all I have to say. And don't panic, be positive, and fight against the coronavirus. And definitely we will get success over it. So thank you. Now, last but not the least, our team member will continue our rest of our presentation.
Hi everyone, Manpreet here. So my points are, as we all are connecting virtually, so we always face numerous issues related to internet connectivity. Somewhere we cut off from our class and just miss our important points. Big grief lies in this place. A sea of grief lies in it. So for this, in India, to overcome this problem, government decided to change their platform, learning platform, and the Education Department of India roped up with the television station named DD Punjabi. This is a government channel, and they decided to use this platform to provide uninterrupted education to the students. As due to the internet connection problems that students face, they face many challenges related to it. So I think this is the best way to provide untroubled and relevant information to the students. My next point is, as we all know, due to COVID-19, schools are closed. And for first few days, students were like very cheerful about the virus, that no school, no class, no test, just free to do whatever we want to do, have fun all the time. But on the other hand, those who are preparing themselves for placement test, for entrance exams, they are in a worse situation. They are in a big grief, because for them the whole 1 year got spoiled. Year means a lot, because we all know time once passed away doesn't never ever come back. So for them a year means a lot. So universities should take some steps, some actions to support the students in this particular situation to overcome their grief. So they may conduct the online exams. They may give them a platform for conducting online entrance exams, so that they can support the students in this pandemic situation. So we all know that COVID-19 has changed our life for sure. So being a student and losing ourselves, trying to keep our heads above water, is a definite form of grief. So at last, I would like to say that you are not alone. We all are in this together. So the last and the closing statement for our presentation is that you are not alone. We all are in this together. So be positive, fight with the pandemic, and never ever give up. Never ever. Thanks.
Okay, wonderful. Congratulations. It was good presentation and very interesting perspective to really, you put yourselves right into it, didn't you? Like, the idea of you are students, you know how it's affecting you and your other friends and colleagues, cousins, who knows? You've got people everywhere in your lives. So, my goodness, you've taken this project and made it personal, right? You've personalized it. You've put your mark on it because it is affecting you and directly. And I'm first of all, I have a couple questions, but I would like to give Yvonne an opportunity to ask if she has a question first.
So first of all, I have to say thank you so much. That was absolutely so incredibly informative, and it just felt like you just put your heart into that and your mind, and I so appreciate that. I don't have a question, but I just have to say a few things, and then I'll probably come up with a question. You made me just think of so many things that hadn't even occurred to me because, loneliness and isolation, we talk about that, and that is one of the it's huge. And when you're talking about eyesight, strain on eyesight, it's like, oh my gosh, absolutely. And for people who struggle with learning online, and you brought like physical, mental, emotional, and physical issues to the table. And you said for every problem there is a solution. I just love that you touched on so many big issues, big grief, a sea of grief lies in it. You almost made me cry. But it's extraordinary because you talk about all the problems and now what? What are the solutions? So I so appreciate that. And even bringing up the elephant in the room, right? That's the thing we don't want to talk about, suicide. And I would add to that for anyone, if you see something, say something, right? If you see someone struggling, and when you ask for help, if you're struggling, that is showing tremendous courage and strength. So thank you for being so bringing points mentally, physically, and emotionally. And we are all in this together. So I'll stop talking and I'll think about if I have a question.
That's great. Thank you. Very nice summary of that. My question actually relates to the actual university entrance exams. And this is something that, depending on, remember, we talk so much in this course about culture and different cultural expectations and understandings. Within Canada, students don't take an entrance exam before they go to college or university. But there's many countries in this world, including India, where most of you are from, that I know that's the situation. And I'm just wondering if you could expand a little bit on how this is setting the students back. How is this affecting them? Have any of you had in your research any experience speaking directly with someone who's in this situation?
Manpreet here, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, sure, ma'am. Actually, my real cousin sister is suffering from this. She want to have admission in medical college, but due to COVID-19, she is not able to give her test. Right. Universities are not giving their proper dates and venues to take tests. They are just postpone everything. But she don't want to lost her 1 year. So for that, she just don't have any option rather than taking admission in a lower grade course.
Okay. So she's having to settle with doing something she really didn't want to do.
Yeah, because this is if she will not do anything, if she is not going to do anything, then she will suffer after a year because there is a gap in her studies.
Right.
And I also want to tell you that about 2 million students in India, they are suffering from not having entrance exam.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And the 2 million students just for engineering and medical courses, just for engineering and medical courses.
Oh my gosh.
They are suffering a lot. And the entrance exams are not very easy. They are preparing from their like when they are having their secondary education. From that time, at least from 4 to 5 years back, they were preparing themselves for this day, but due to COVID-19, they are not able to do anything.
Mm-hmm. So it's that idea that you're preparing so long to do something. And I think all of you have already gone through this, except for Beth. And yet then you start wondering, is my goal and everything that I've done for all these years shattered?
It's just like one step back from the future goal.
Definitely. Yeah. So that in itself must be very difficult. It's something I hadn't initially thought of, but culturally, that's something that's very specific to certain countries.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay. And I have one other question that came up, and I believe, trying to remember, I think it was Nardev who was talking about extracurricular activities and lifestyle. Nardev, can you tell me, given the situation that many locations, including places in Toronto and near Toronto, are going into another lockdown, who knows when and how it's going to change, and it's winter here. It may be summertime in India or still warm that you can physically get outside and do things fairly easily, but it's more difficult in winter. Have you given that any thought of how people could become more active in the colder weather and socialize? And I think two of you brought up the socializing. Sukhjinder also talked about mental health and that sort of thing, right? And the importance, the lack of socialization. And how could we socialize within the limitations that we now have to deal with? Do you have any ideas on that?
Yeah, I am also suffering from this situation. I also have lots of interest in physical activities like in sports, athletics. But now here in GTA, there is lockdown. So due to lockdown, I'm not able to do anything. Gym are closed, and and because of snowfall, there is no place to play in the playgrounds or parks. So it's very difficult for me and other students and other peoples to do physical activities. So that's why I put this point in my in presentation.
Mm-hmm. For years, I was an aerobics instructor. So from now on, I think I'm going to have to start all my classes and say, okay, everybody, stand up, shake it out, and let's stretch and reach the sky, reach out and touch each other, pretend we're touching each other, give each other a great big hug. Maybe I should start my classes like that now. What do you think?
Actually, we are new here in Brampton and we are living 5 boys together in a basement. So we do not have enough space to do these activities inside.
Certainly not to play cricket or football. Yvonne?
So in that, I have to say, as someone who I get cold very quickly, although I have been in the snow my whole entire life. And, I just have to add yes, it's cold. Yes, it's hard. These are the things we can't do. Now what? And I would encourage everyone who's living in the snow, get some great boots, get a great coat and a toque and big mitts, and go for a walk with your friends, whatever, 6 feet apart, or if you're living together, go for a walk, listen to music. You can sing. When you sing and walk, people look at you very strange, but it makes them smile and it makes you smile, because those are the things we can do, right? Because if we see winter right now as something that's going to stop us, and we have COVID and we are socially isolated, we are really going to really struggle. So I am forcing myself to go for walks, even when I don't feel like it. And I would encourage everyone, walk, talk, sing, get outside. Otherwise it will be a very long COVID winter. Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're sending you positive vibes, Nardev. Connect with your friends, get out there, try to do something. You can buy some little weights, do some weightlifting and stuff like that in your apartment that doesn't take up a lot of space, maybe.
Actually, I'm not so familiar with this weather, so it will take some time for me to adjust with the situation.
Dress warm.
Yes, dress warm.
Lots of layers.
Always wear something on your head because your heat escapes through your head. Wear good gloves in your hands, and sometimes mittens are better than gloves, because in mittens it keeps your fingers together, and that's better than separate gloves.
Yes. Even if you're outside for 15 minutes, sorry, Karen, right? 15 minutes is better than none at all.
Yes.
Go build a fort outside. Snow forts are fun.
Yeah, hopefully if you come to North Bay, make your way up to North Bay, you'll definitely have lots of snow to play in here. Thank you. Thank you all for your effort, and really proud of you. Well done.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome. I've stopped that recording now. Like I said, these recordings will be up later, and it's mostly your voices. There's just the little screen of the people speaking across the top, and then probably what you see on your screens as well. But yay, first group done. And I'm now the host again. Thank you, Beth. Thank you for coordinating all that. Well done. Okay, I do have 2 pieces of paper in my little bowl. So now we will see which team goes next. And we have team number 1. Woo, okay. So I guess there's no surprise. Team number 3 will go last. Excuse me a minute. Okay. So we have Ramnik is going to be managing the PowerPoint. Is that correct, Ramnik?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. And sorry again for making this noise. Might as well do them all at once. Okay. So, Ramnik, can you tell me what order your team will be going in?
Ma'am, actually, it will cover by our first person in his introduction. So in the introduction, he will tell you that which topic is covered by which person.
Okay, I don't need the detail. I just need the names so that I can have it written down for my
Starting will be done by Pradeep.
Pradeep? Okay.
And then Ronisha.
Ronisha?
And after that, Balpreet.
Balpreet, okay.
And Jashanpreet.
Okay.
And the conclusion will be done by me.
Very good, Ramnik. Okay. That just helps me get prepared here. Okay, so we're going to go through the same process. I'm sorry, I didn't offer everyone else to ask questions, but I think we were kind of running out of time. So my apologies to the first group for not having to answer any more questions. But the next 2 groups will have an opportunity. We'll make sure we make time for that. Okay. And let me see now. I'm going to start the record button. I'm going to then make Ramnik the host, and he will be able to put the PowerPoint up. And as soon as your group is ready, that's fine because I'll be muting myself. Okay?
So ma'am, after Balpreet, please call Jashan.
Actually, yes, because that's the other thing I was going to say after Balpreet. I just want to double check. Hi, are you ladies still there? Jashanpreet? You can hear everything fine? So they've been listening the whole time. So they've been on the call here listening on my phone the whole time. We want to include them as much as possible. So Jashanpreet, you are speaking after Balpreet, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
excellent. Your team wants to say hi to you.
Hello, Jashan.
Yes,
She recognized your voice. Excellent.
yes.
Okay, I'm going to set the phone down now and begin record, and then we'll have team number 1 take it away.